Hello everyone, this is Jedi Master Obi Black Kenobi, and this is going to be piano lesson 1 for all of you that have made it past piano lesson number 0. Piano lesson number 0, of course, was the easiest lesson where you just finally learn how to find a couple of notes on the piano. You learn how to find C, D, and E on your own, basically using the 2 black keys for reference to find those notes. Of course, this is C, D, and E. In this next lesson, you're going to learn how to find the next notes on the piano. But before we do that, please take a couple of minutes to practice finding C, D, and E on your own. If you're in pairs, take some time, or each of you take some time to find those 3 notes, C, D, and E on the piano, again, using the 2 black keys in the group of 2 as a reference to finding those notes. So, pause the video, take a few seconds to practice those notes, and pause it when you're ready to move on. Now that you practice finding C, D, and E, now it's time to find the rest of the notes on the piano. The rest of the notes, before I show you where they are, let me reiterate the musical alphabet that is used to read notes on any instrument. Those letters are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We've learned so far C, D, and E. 3 notes. So we have 4 to go. Those notes are F, G, A, and B. Those notes are located, and we're going to use the 3 black keys in the group as a reference in this area right here. So those 4 notes are in this area right here. We're going to use these 3 black keys as a reference to finding those notes. F is going to be on the left side, or underneath, according to the piano, the first black key in a group of 3. So 3 black keys to the left, F. So there is where F is. G, of course, is right after F. It's in between the first 2 black keys in the group of 3. So there's G. A is in between the last 2 black keys in the group of 3, the second and third. And then B is all the way on the right side of the group of 3 black keys. So that's where B is. So again, here's F. It's all the way to the left. Excuse me, flight. Swatting my hand. There is a fruit fly in here. It's been in here for a couple of weeks. I gotta basically swat the heck out of it. It's getting on the nerves. So here's F, G, A, and B. What I need for you to do is practice finding those notes. You can start with 1 at a time, like finding all the F's. And then finding all the G's, A's, and B's. And then after you find each of the notes by yourself, if you're with a partner, like I said, you switch back and forth so that you both get a chance to do it. Then you're going to do this quiz, and I'm going to entitle this particular quiz, Say and Play. Say and play. What that means is one person is going to say a letter, the other person is going to play that letter. So one person in your group, especially if you're paired, one person will say F, play an F. Then the person again will say A, play an A. G, B, G, F. That's how you're going to do it. Switch your roles so that you both get a chance to sing and play the quiz. So for right now, you're going to say and play the notes F, G, A, and B. First, start with finding all the notes again, and then you do the say and play. One person says the letter, other person finds the letter. Please pause the video and give yourself a few minutes to practice finding those notes F, G, A, and B. Now that you're done doing that, now we're going to move on to practice quiz number 2. It'll be a say and play quiz where this time I want you to say and play every note that we've just learned. So you're going to say and play C, A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. So the person will say F, find F. C, find C. A, find A. E, find E. D, find D. B, find B. So say and play every note on the piano. Please pause the video and give yourself a few minutes to go through that say and play quiz. If you're done with the say and play quiz with each other, or if you're playing by yourself, you say the letter by yourself and play the note by yourself. If you are done with that and you feel confident in finding any note when a person says the letter, please raise your hand to signal to Mr. Brown that you are ready for Mr. Brown's Say and Play quiz. Mr. Brown will come to you. He will say letters to you. You play the notes. If you play them correctly, you have passed this portion of the lesson, and you will be on your way to lesson number 2. And then pretty soon, you'll be on your way to earning titles to hopefully become, by the end of the year, a Jedi Master. So, put your hand up, signal to Mr. Brown that you're ready for his Say and Play quiz. And that Say and Play quiz will be a graded quiz. So please make sure that you are absolutely ready before you call him over, because once you take it, that's it. The grade that you get is the grade that you will get. So put your hand up, pause the video, and wait for Mr. Brown to come to you for the Say and Play quiz. And that will not conclude the lesson. There's one more thing. So go ahead and pause the video. Take the quiz. The last part of your lesson for lesson 1, after you've taken your Say and Play quiz with Mr. Brown, this is going to be a challenge. Now, you don't necessarily have to complete this challenge. You can be done after Mr. Brown's Say and Play quiz, but if you're up for a challenge, if you say to yourself, okay, that quiz was a little too easy, I want something else to do, here's a challenge. This will be a Make a Melody challenge. And what I want you to do is make a melody meaning a song, in a sense, using just the letters C, D, E, F, and G. So, when you make up a melody, I mean, of course, a lot of you, when you just play around the piano, you just put your fingers in, you just tap away, press away, and you think you're doing something, but it sounds like a bowl of mashed potatoes. So what you want to do is make up a song or melody using C, D, E, F, G. So you can just say for yourself that you just want to make up a melody or a song using C, D, and E. And I'm going to make up one right now just to show you how cool it is to make a melody. I just made it up. My own rhythm, just using the notes C, D, and E. So I went, boom. That's a melody. That's your melody. Well, that's my melody. I made that, so don't copy it. That's all mine. You can make up your own melody. Well, actually, that wasn't made up. That particular melody you just heard was from a song called "To a Deer, a Female Deer." So that somebody already made it up and made it into their own song. I want you to make up your own melody using these 5 notes. Use 3 if you want to start off with 3, just in case 5 is a little too complicated. So just do that. And along the way, you might discover some melodies that you might already know of a song from these 5 notes. So, like I said, just make up your own melody. Make up your own little melody, and if you think your melody sounds good, put your hand up and signal Mr. Brown for him to come over and listen to your cool melody. So that is a challenge. That is, like I said, not a graded thing. It's just something for you to do extra on top of what you just learned about piano lesson number 1. So this will conclude piano lesson number 1. Please stay tuned, or if you have passed, congratulations. You will be able to move on to piano lesson 2. And don't forget, you can always go back to piano lesson 1 or 0 just to reinforce what you have learned so far, just in case you forget some things. So these videos will be available on the Google Drive account, the music class, Dr. King School Google Drive account. I'll give you the account name and the password so that you can access this anywhere you go. So, congratulations for those who passed. For those who didn't, keep practicing, and I guarantee that you will pass.